Hello, everyone. It's Lisa here of Dare Dreamers Coaching and Wild Thing Expeditions. And it is yet another Wild Wednesday. Another week has gone by already. Hard to believe. And I'm outside, my favorite place to be, because I couldn't resist this last bit of afternoon sun here in Tuscany. And today I want to talk about the second of the 3Ds, the first of which I talked about last week. And let me just review what we talked about last week, which is the fact that all of us are wearing what I like to call perspectacles. We see the world through our own perspectives, and it's perfectly normal, and we all do it, whether we're aware of it or not. And that's the point, to become aware of it. So last week, we talked about the first of the 3Ds, which is don't assume. Don't assume you know why somebody did something, because you are going to assume they did it for the reasons that you would have done the same thing. And the second of the 3Ds this week piggybacks right on top of that. And today's don't is, and it's a really hard one, I have to say, don't judge. Because the minute you judge someone, you've closed all possibility of any further discussion or curiosity or any communication whatsoever. And the example I gave last week will work perfectly for this week as well. And that was, if you're driving along in traffic perfectly happy and somebody suddenly cuts you off, your first reaction is probably going to be to get angry, and then you're going to judge that person. And under judgment comes labeling, and you might label them as a jerk. And we all do this. It's sort of a knee-jerk reaction. But I think if we become aware of the fact that we're doing it, we might be able to stop ourselves and ask ourselves the question, why did they do that? And sometimes we even have the opportunity to ask the very person, what made you do that? And if we ask it with genuine curiosity, not with judgment, not you jerk, what made you do that, but truly what made you do that, you might discover that there's a very valid reason for some sort of behavior that rubbed you the wrong way. The example being somebody cutting you off in traffic. The reality might be that they just found out their wife is in labor, or they just found out that somebody's in the hospital that they love, and they're trying to get there as fast as they can. And they're not actually a jerk. They're actually a very loving person. So I wanted to sort of poke you a bit and give you the opportunity to just watch yourself for the next week. Observe when you have the reaction of judging someone, and you know when that is. It can be with your partner at home. And you don't say it out loud maybe, but to yourself you say, you're just so negative about everything. Well, maybe they're actually having a different perspective than you, perspectacles, than you about a certain situation that you view as negative, when in fact for them it's simply a different perspective. And I think this leads into politics, which is something I'm really not very involved in at all. But when I watch people talking about politics, I often see them judging and labeling the other side. And what I would like to put forth is the question, what is it that the other side wants? And I suspect the other side wants exactly what you want, which is all humans want to be safe, they want to be healthy, They want to be happy and live with as much ease and joy as possible. The differences are in how we can do that. But if we all keep our eye on the big goal that we all want, which is actually common, maybe we can begin to discuss how we can make it happen with a little bit of compromise. But that involves first communication. And if you've judged someone as a jerk, that communication can't happen. It's a deep subject. I'm not going to deny it. But I wanted to just put it out there and see what you all think about it, and invite you to observe yourself without judgment this week, and notice when you judge others. And just notice when you do, and take a moment and step back and see if you can't put on their perspectives for a second and see what they might be thinking. And if you have the opportunity, you can actually ask them. And guess what? Then you'll actually know what they're thinking. And then the two of you can communicate and hopefully do some great work together. So that's it for me today. Another beautiful fall day here in Tuscany. I finally finished our olive harvest helping friends today, and I am happily exhausted and loving the fact of being part of a community where we help each other. So until next Wild Wednesday, I invite you to be wild. Take care. Till then, ciao for now.